Guys, Katie here. Hey, listen, I'm going to be talking to you today about the home business industry, and there are some action steps that you got to take daily in order to succeed. And trust me, I know that when you sway from these, it really can hinder your success. It really can, especially when you're new to the industry, especially when I don't care how long you've been around. Now, some people, they've been around for a long time, and maybe they can sway from these things from time to time, and that's a little bit different. When you're getting into this industry, you can't. A lot of people, they want to work from home. They do, and then and the reason why I can talk about these things is because I've struggled with them. I've struggled with whether or not I've wanted to be inside of the industry. Absolutely, but there's things that I love about the industry. I really do, and there's a reason why I'm here. And the reason why I'm here is because I get to stay in with my daughter. Truly. Now, even though that my husband, he runs 14 health clubs, he travels every single week, pretty much. So I'm pretty much a single mom during the week. I'm busy, and there's other projects that I work on online that keep me busy. But I am focused inside of my business, and this is really for anybody in any home business. I don't care what product you have, I don't care what service you have. If you're inside this industry, there are 8 things you've got to do daily in order to succeed. And the very first one is you've got to be a product of the product. What is your product? Whatever it is, you must know all the ins and outs of it. I'm not saying you got to be an expert. I'm not saying you got to be the best at know everything. You just got to be a product of the product. You've got to use the product, and it definitely helps. I mean, most people like to be a part of things that they're passionate about. It might be a weight loss product. It might be those wraps. It might be sex toys. I don't care what it is. You just have to be a product of the product. You really do. You have to be a product of the product. And the second thing that you really want to do is you want to create some kind of content, especially online. You want to be able to create content. Some people use a blog. A blog is a great way for you to put your information online. So as people are trying to research, other people that might have that product, they would have a good chance of finding you because you're online. That's so powerful. So you want to create some kind of content daily, so you're not really chasing people around. People are finding you, and that's what's powerful about a blog or a website or something that or email. Have an email list, right, to your customers, or you're communicating with them daily, or your team, or you're communicating with them daily. You've got to have something. It's got to be some kind of content. Okay, it's the second thing you got to do daily. Number 3, you got to market yourself. You got to expose yourself. Those that don't stay online consistently, they don't get to play online, and that's just the truth. I mean, there's times when I don't want to market at all. I really don't. I'd rather focus on my little quiet project. Well, it's not quiet, it's a big project, but it's really behind the scenes. It's more about product development, creating your product. We're actually working with some distributors out of China, and I'm also helping my dad with a very powerful patent that he's been working on for 30 years, and I enjoy doing those things. I love big business, I really do, but the home business industry is really my heart. It really is, and I do find myself sometimes my time getting shifted a lot, and that's my own responsibility. I've got to make sure I put my focus in the right direction if I want something to succeed. And I know if I'm not marketing daily, that's my own fault for my business not growing. And that's what you must do. You've got to expose your business. If you don't expose your business, people aren't going to know you're around. They're just not. It's so critical. Okay, it's critical. Number 4, you've got to have some kind of new member orientation. So when people come in, or customer orientation or something, you've got to have something that involves the client, that involves the new person joining your team. There's got to be something that they can plug into that doesn't take up your time. I'm not saying that you don't spend time with people, because you do. There should be a limited time. You want to make sure that that's scheduled, an appointment, and then that's the time you have the allotted time, and that's that. Then they must be able to plug into something. There's got to be some kind of duplication, because 80% of your time, I've learned inside of the home business industry, you must be producing. You really do. And when I'm focused on other projects and I'm not focused on my own business, what happens to my own business? It doesn't grow. And that's just the truth. And a lot of people think that if they just, and then they get ticked off and they quit or whatever. And the reason why that is because you haven't learned the skill sets on how to expose your business. And you've got to learn how to market daily. You just do. It's just, you have to do it. Period. You have to do it. Okay. Number 5. You know what? Was that number 3? That was number 3. Number 4 was new member coaching. Number 5 was plug into calls. You've got to plug into your company's calls. You really do. If you don't plug into your company's calls, you're not going to know what's going on. And I know a lot of people that think that they can, not plug into the company and plug in when they feel like it, or plug in the webinars when they feel like it. But I'm telling you right now, I've never really tried to do that. No, not on purpose. But I have been busy with other things. And I'm like, I can't make that. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the replay. And there's been times I've missed the replay. And I always feel like I'm missing out. I don't know what's going on. And when you don't feel connected, you can kind of resent or not feel accepted or something. It's wild. You just don't feel like you're connected. You're not jiving. Things aren't moving or things aren't flowing. And all it has to do is that you got to plug in. If you can't make it to the live call, you've got to listen to the replays. You really do. If you don't, what's going to happen is your business is going to slow down and it's going to stop growing. I've experienced that. I just experienced that in the last 90 days. I really have. I've gotten busy with some other areas, and now it's like, okay, I gotta stay focused over here because I know it helps more people doing that. And so that's one thing that's critical, is that you gotta plug into calls, you gotta plug into webinars, you gotta be a part of the teamwork. You really do. You absolutely do. Okay, number 6, you've got to be listening to some kind of audio every single day. Now, our company offers audios. Maybe your company offers some kind of personal development. Plug into it. Do yourself a favor. Plug into it. Listen to it daily. I don't care who you listen to. As long as you are growing, as long as you are maturing, as long as you are learning new skill sets on how this business works. Or maybe, one of the best things that I've learned inside this business is the harder that you work on you than you do any other product or service, you'll become unusually successful. And it's so true. And I've learned that from one of my mentors, Danny Johnson. A lot of other leadership says that out there. And it's so true. I know that if things aren't driving in my business, if I'm doing the work and things just aren't moving, it's a me issue. It's not a product issue, and that is the truth. So you want to make sure you plug into something daily so you continue to grow in your skill sets, okay? Grow in your personal development. Number 7, you want to make sure you read daily. You do. You want to make sure you read daily. If you don't read daily, you want to start creating this as a habit, okay? When reading daily becomes a habit, you start to grow more, because readers really are leaders. They are. They really are leaders, and it's so critical for you to plug into some kind of reading materials every single day, okay? Number 8, you want to make sure you plug into your company events. I don't care where they are. You want to make sure you get there. I don't care how far you have to travel. You want to make sure you get there. I have never missed a company event. I am a huge event goer. There's other events that I attend to for my own personal development. I will tell you that. And it's so important to plug in. I don't care what it is, but being around other people with the same vision or the same mission, or, want to leave the same legacy. I don't care what it is. Being around that kind of environment is what's going to help you grow as a leader. And it's also going to help your people grow. So you're not playing mother hen and trying to help them hatch everywhere you go, because you cannot hatch your people. You can't hatch your customers. You can't. I've tried to do it. It doesn't work. All it does is exhaust you. So you want to resign from that position. You want to plug your people into the events. You want to make sure you get there. You want to make sure you're coachable, you're teachable, you're taking notes, you're plugging in, and that's how you will become successful in this business. And that's just the truth. So these are 8 steps that you've got to take, action steps that you've got to take daily. If you want to continue to plug in with me, hey, listen, I love actually connecting with a lot of marketers. I really do. Whether or not we don't join each other's businesses all the time, we just develop relationships. Join me on Facebook, join me on Skype. I love connecting with other people. I'd love to connect with you. So anyways, I hope this blessed you today, and I will see you on the inside. Take care.